Good day, fam, faves, likes, and loves, and those souls I have yet to meet. This is Jeffrey DeShawn, the Inspired Muse, with your Tuesday morning pep talk. This week's pep talk is inspired by conversations I've had with my coaching clients, many of them around clarity. You know, there are a lot of us in life that are seeking clarity around professional goals, clarity around relationships. And it's a struggle, right? To understand, what we truly need, what we truly want, to decipher our subconscious mind, and how we are interacting with the world around us and our relationships and our jobs and our families. And so today, I have a quick fire formula for those of you out there who are like me, who are often seeking clarity. And that is simple. It starts with don't resist yourself and don't fraud yourself. Pay attention to these two areas and it will help you clarify, one, your own understanding of yourself in a particular landscape and situation, but it'll also help you make decisions around what action steps you might need to take. So, don't resist yourself. There's oftentimes when we are engaging with other people, we're in a situation where we resist ourselves, our top of mind thoughts, something that we wanted to say, right? Our initial response, feedback we wanted to give, and we resist ourselves. We pull that information, we pull that energy back into ourselves, and it often causes us to be the ones that are uncomfortable and uncertain. Or you're not actually uncertain because your top of mind thought was to share information, was to do something. And that doesn't mean every time we have to be reactionary and just jump into the thing that was top of mind. We believe in the take the pause, take the opportunity for stillness, but then acknowledge that information because that is you giving you information about yourself, right? Back to yourself about what your subconscious mind might be thinking, about what you're really feeling, what you need. So don't resist yourself. If you're seeking clarity about a situation, lean into being present and don't resist what you have to say in a situation or circumstance. Don't resist your response if your initial desire is, oh, I don't want to do that. Or your initial desire is, actually, I do want to go and be present and participate in that. But oftentimes, our initial response gives us that understanding and we'll go, but think about, why did you resist yourself? Why? What is it, fearful or scared, that you might be holding back? Right? That can give you information and understanding. So first of all, don't resist yourself. And in the same vein, don't fraud yourself, right? There's so many times, and I'm a witness to it, where from little minor things to major things, we frauded ourselves. We've inflated a story about ourselves and felt uncomfortable, about it. We have misrepresented ourselves in a meeting to try to make ourselves feel big. We have misrepresented ourselves to win an argument, right? To get into the tit for tat. And then, we now are confused about where we stand in a situation or circumstance because we're like, I don't even know why I said that, why I did that, why I reacted in that way, because that wasn't authentic. Pay attention to where you are frauding yourself because that will also give you clarity of information and particularly your reaction to the fraud, right? We all know when we said something and it's like, that wasn't quite true or that wasn't quite accurate, or we allowed our representative self to show up in a space, right? And not giving our authentic selves. We all are aware when those things happen. So take stock and acknowledge when and where and why you may have done that. And that will give you clarity on what you're dealing with. Because oftentimes there's fear, there's anxiety, there's something there that your subconscious is giving you awareness of. And your initial reaction, which we often resist, right, is flagging it for us. And then our oftentimes reactionary need to sort of misrepresent or fraud ourselves is also giving us information potentially about, areas where we need to do some work or areas where we might have some insecurities. All right. So that's your Tuesday morning pep talk for the day. If you're out there seeking clarity, like many of us often are, take a pause and take a moment and pay attention to where you might be resisting your authentic self, right? Where you pulled yourself back in a situation. And then also take stock and notice to where you may have been frauding yourself, right? And not presenting your authentic perspective or your authentic self so that you may yield, right, an authentic response and understanding. And I'm going to tell you, those things are a quick fire path to clarity. So don't Don't resist yourself. Don't fraud yourself, but pay attention to yourself, and you will find yourself on your pathway to clarity. This is Jeffrey DeShawn, the Inspired Muse. Remember, all things are possible and nothing is out of reach.